There are certain smells that immediately bring you back to your childhood. For example, if you smell freshly mowed grass, it might take you back to your carefree days playing outside with your friends all day long. Or when you smell cookies baking in the oven, it might remind you of your mom taking care of you and keeping you warm. These kinds of smells have a strong emotional attachment to them because they are usually associated with a happy memory. These smells are also called evocative odors, and scientists are still working to fully understand why they affect us so much. But what we do know is that these smells stimulate a part of our brain called the olfactory bulb, which then activates other parts of the brain that are involved in processing emotions and memories. So when you smell something like freshly mowed grass, it can trigger a flood of happy childhood memories, and there are a lot of other smells that can do the same thing. Well, today you'll be smelling a bunch of different odors and trying to guess what year they came from. You'll be taken to a different time and place with each whiff, and you won't always be taken somewhere pleasant. Let's begin with a fun one. This is the smell of cotton candy. Cotton candy is a sweet treat that's often sold at carnivals, fairs, and amusement parks. It's made by spinning sugar until it melts and then pulling it into thin strands that are collected on a cone or stick. Kids love cotton candy because it tastes like a delicious cloud that dissolves in your mouth. Adults love it too. It brings back fond memories of simpler times when life was all about fun and games. So what year is this smell from? 1968. That's right. This smell takes us back almost half a century ago when cotton candy first hit the scene. But don't worry, we have plenty more to come. Here's another fun one. This is the smell of a chlorine pool. Ah, the perfect summertime smell. Chlorine pools are everywhere during the summer months. They're the go-to for public pools, hotel pools, and even backyard pools. The chlorine keeps the water clean and safe for swimming, but it also creates a distinct smell that's synonymous with summer. If you take a deep breath and dive into the pool, you'll be transported back to your childhood in an instant. At least that's what it smells like. What year is this smell from? Wait, before you answer, let me ask you this. What's your favorite summer memory? Does it involve a pool? Maybe you remember splashing around in the pool on a hot summer day or cannonballing off the diving board. Or maybe you have fond memories of swimming laps with your friends or family. Whatever your favorite pool memory may be, I'm sure you agree that it's one of your most cherished childhood memories. And now for the big reveal. This smell takes us back to 1972, 5 years after the debut of cotton candy. Now it's time to turn up the heat with this next one. This is the smell of burning wood. Burning wood has a distinct smoky smell that's created when wood is burned in a fireplace or bonfire. It's a cozy, inviting smell that brings back memories of cold winter nights spent snuggled up next to a roaring fire. Whether you were roasting marshmallows with your friends or just enjoying the warmth of the fire with your family, the smell of burning wood will transport you back to those special moments in no time. What year is this smell from? 1950. That's right. This smell takes us back almost 70 years ago to a time when people relied on fireplaces and bonfires for warmth and cooking. It's time to cool things down a bit with this next one. This is the smell of fresh cut grass. Fresh cut grass has a unique, crisp smell that's created when grasses are mowed or cut. It's a clean, refreshing smell that brings back memories of lazy summer days spent playing in the park or riding your bike around the neighborhood. It's also the perfect smell to signal the start of spring or the end of summer, depending on where you live. What year is this smell from? 1970. That's right. This smell takes us back almost 50 years ago to a time when people were becoming more environmentally aware and started taking better care of their lawns. Now let's take a trip to the jungle with this next one. This is the smell of a skunk. Skunks are small mammals that are known for their distinctive black and white fur. They're mostly found in North America, and they're famous for their ability to spray a foul-smelling liquid when they feel threatened. The spray is made up of sulfur-containing compounds that have a strong, unpleasant odor. The smell is so pungent that it's been used as a natural deodorant for centuries. And believe it or not, the smell of skunk is actually used as a defense mechanism. The skunk sprays the liquid on its predators and then runs away. The predator is then left with the lingering smell of skunk, which can last for weeks. What year is this smell from? 1930. That's right. This smell takes us back almost 100 years ago to a time when skunks were more common in North America than they are today. Next up, we have the smell of bubble gum. Bubble gum has been around since the early 1900s, but it wasn't until the 1950s that it really took off in popularity. In fact, the best-selling bubblegum brand, Wrigley's, didn't even introduce its first bubblegum until 1951. Since then, bubblegum has become a staple in many households, and it's enjoyed by kids and adults alike. The minty, fruity smell of bubblegum brings back memories of blowing giant bubbles and trying to make them last as long as possible. Or maybe you have fond memories of sharing bubblegum with your friends or family. Whatever your memories may be, the smell of bubblegum is sure to bring a smile to your face. So what year is this smell from? 1955. That's right. This smell takes us back to the middle of the last century, right when bubblegum was starting to become popular. This next one takes us back to the good old days of film. This is the smell of old books and paper. Old books and paper have a musty, aged smell that's created by the decaying of cellulose fibers. This smell is most commonly found in libraries, antique shops, and of course, old bookstores. The smell is so unique that it's often used to add a sense of atmosphere to movies and TV shows set in the past. If you ever find yourself in a bookstore surrounded by towering shelves of old books, be sure to take a deep breath and enjoy the smell. You'll be transported back in time in an instant. What year is this smell from? 1940. That's right. This smell takes us back almost 80 years ago to a time when books were more popular than ever before. Next up, we have the smell of cinnamon. Cinnamon is a spice that comes from the bark of the cinnamon tree. It has a sweet, woody smell that's often used in cooking, especially during the holiday season. In fact, cinnamon is often used to make apple pie, which is a classic American dessert. Cinnamon is also used in many baked goods such as cakes, cookies, and muffins, and it's even used in some savory dishes like chili and stews. The smell of cinnamon is so comforting that it's often used in aromatherapy to promote relaxation and reduce stress. So what year is this smell from? 1930. That's right. This smell takes us back almost 100 years ago, to a time when spices were more expensive than they are today. It's time for one last trip down memory lane with this final one. This is the smell of vinyl records. Vinyl records were the dominant music format in the mid-20th century. They were eventually replaced by cassettes and CDs. But they made a comeback in recent years as audiophiles became more popular. The warm, crackly sound of vinyl records is beloved by music lovers, and the smell of vinyl records is equally unique. If you ever get a chance to visit a record store, be sure to take a deep breath and soak up the atmosphere. You'll be transported back to a time when music was more than just background noise. It was an experience. What year is this smell from? 1965. That's right. This smell takes us back almost 60 years ago to the height of the vinyl era. Alright, now it's your turn. What are some other smells that instantly take you back to your childhood? Share your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching. See you next time.